Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I felt guided to do these videos a little bit differently. Typically I'll do the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine together. However, this time I've been really pushed to separate them, and that's just so that we can get a deeper look without being distracted by the other energies. So this is going to be for the Divine Feminine. If you're a Divine Masculine watching this, that's fine. If you are a Divine Feminine and you want to go over and watch the Divine Masculine side, that's fine as well. I'll put a link in the description for that. But also keep in mind that we all have both energies within us. We just sort of have a more dominant energy. So you may watch this and regardless of what your energy is, you may go on to the other video and also resonate with some of those messages. So don't be surprised if that happens to you. It doesn't mean that you're also not picking up messages or insight into your divine counterpart. So getting into the Divine Feminine, this is going to be the Divine Feminine overall energies. I'll also pull the traditional tarot cards, and then we'll look into potential blockages and also advice cards. So just starting off with the overall energies for the Divine Feminine. Sacred Journey. Alright, so I feel that, you know, in previous videos I was really picking up that many Divine Feminine are often feeling doubt in this journey, especially over the last month or two. Doubt, confusion, not sure if they can even follow their own intuition. Many of you have felt like maybe your twin flame's not your twin flame, or that you've got it wrong. Lots of people come in and out of feeling connected with their twin, and I feel that a lot of the Divine Feminine are now realizing that this is just a part of this sacred journey. This is your journey and no one else's. So when you're watching these videos and you're you know, trying to tap into the energies that the reader is bringing in, they're never going to be exactly your energies. So even if you resonate with most of them, your journey, your twin flame journey, is so sacred that these general readings can never tap into them, and there'll be a lot on your journey that even with private readings, it's going to be your own thing to discover, your own thing to understand. I feel that a lot of twin flames don't realize that if you're on this journey, you've got a really big calling. This is bigger, or not bigger, but it's different than the traditional soulmate connection. Twin flames are here with a mission. You have your own personal soul purpose, your own personal soul mission. Your Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine, whatever, will have their own as well, and then combined you both have one together. So your things that you learn on your own separate journeys, your own sacred journeys, come together and complement each other in order to shed light on this earth. And so you really need to go within and figure out what your sacred journey is. Why are you on this? And understand that you are on this because you have immense inner abilities. And so part of the sacred journey is understanding, what are my inner abilities? And, you know, other people would traditionally call that psychic abilities. So clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience. There's so many different things. You will be getting your own connection, your own communication with the divine universe, with God, with source, whatever you want to call it. And you're able to tap into things just as people do in videos or blogs, whatever it is, whoever you tune into to get insight and guidance, you can do this yourself. And so understand that on this sacred journey, there is so much that you can delve into to sort out. And I feel that a lot of the Divine Feminine are understanding this as well. They're realizing that my story isn't the same as everyone else's, and that's okay. That doesn't mean this isn't my twin flame. That doesn't mean that I've been wrong all this time. and are working through that process. And I feel a lot of the Divine Feminine will be really tapping into their own inner abilities, or at the very least following the various signs and synchronicities that they've been getting from the universe. And if you're not here yet, if you're watching this and you're like, well, no, I'm not getting this, really treat your connection as sacred and go within. Find out how it is that you connect. Is it through journaling? Is it through dreams? Do you emotionally pick up on things? If you're an empath and you emotionally pick up on your twin flame, sometimes it's going to feel like your own energy, and you need to learn to really discern between what's yours and what's theirs. So I feel that a lot of the Divine Feminine are going on this inner sacred journey, and if you're not, you will be. Just, it takes time. Don't be frustrated or let down if this is taking longer than you would like, because it is a journey. Journeys aren't normally short. They're a long-term thing that we go on, and we learn so much along the way. We meet so many people along the way, and all the while we're learning about ourselves, healing, connecting, so many different things. But anyway, let's look into the Divine Feminine's mind space at this time. So I'm not going to do reversals just because I'm feeling guided to just really hone in on the essence of the cards. Not that reversals don't have essence of the cards, but alright. So we've got the Three of Cups. Now that did originally come out reversed, and I know I just said that I wasn't going to look at reversals, but I do feel guided to mention that, you know, other readers will say that this is a third party sort of card, but for me, I really do see it as celebration, social interactions, connection with others. I also see it as sort of the divine masculine, divine feminine, and source or divine universe. So with this being reversed when it first came out, I feel that through turning it around, it really shows that the divine feminine are really learning that there are things that they can celebrate along this journey, that, you know, even in the darkness, things come up that show us sort of why this is happening. You know, like when things are triggered within us from our divine counterpart, it's never to hurt us, it's never to bring us down, regardless of what it may look like on the surface. It's an opportunity to go within and grow. And as you do delve further into your sacred journey, I feel that a lot of the divine feminines will be feeling this connection and this cause to celebrate, that even though this difficult journey is confusing, like why are we on this, there's so much more to it. It's connecting you to everyone and everything. You're here for a bigger purpose than what this connection looks like. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel that it's really coming to light for the divine feminine, that despite it seeming like it could be a slow moving, slow paced way of moving through all of these cycles and energies, and you know, delving deeper into the sacred journey, you're still moving forward, you're still going somewhere. And so I feel this is really working to balance out a lot of the divine feminine's experiences. With the Justice card, this can often mean literal justice, so like courts, law, whatever. But I feel that a lot of the divine feminine, as they go within and make these small steps forward and celebrate their milestones along the way, they're really coming to terms with everything that they've experienced, or everything that they've done. And so a lot of karma is getting balanced out at this time, and I feel that the divine feminine are really making sense of this within their mind. I feel that they're really changing the way that they think about things. And so, you know, things may have happened to you in your past. You may experience trauma or crisis, and you know, it's hard to feel like we can get justice when a lot of things don't have proper closure. A lot of people go through things and they don't get the justice that they deserve. But I feel that through this journey that the Divine Feminine are on, and through the way that their Divine Masculines have triggered them and mirrored in them what they need to bring to the surface to heal and work through, a lot of Divine Feminine are finding justice within themselves. They're finding that closure within themselves to move forward and understand that this is what they've had to experience in order to move forward. Because as you clear out everything that you feel you haven't got justice for, and you learn to heal that on your own, or to make sense of that on your own, other people see that in you. Even if you are keeping this within yourself and not expressing it, other people see you trudge forward and they wonder how you do it. And so you're bringing inspiration and light to other people. And then, you know, it's even more so if you are opening up about what you've experienced, even if it's just this twin flame journey that you're opening up about. Other people are following you in that and learning how to get this justice of their own. And because of that, I feel a lot of the Divine Feminine are able to see a lot of victory, a lot of success as they move forward, and understand that, you know, this is a process that is moving them to something bigger, and that they're strong enough. You know, they've got this lioness within them, and they're protected along the way. And so even when things seem like a loss, the amount of things that you learn and gain about yourself, the more that you connect with the universe and your own abilities to, you know, cleanse and release these things, the more successful you realize that you are. And that this journey, this interaction with your Divine Masculine, is really something much more powerful, much bigger than you may have initially thought or experienced. As you know, you do realize that this is a sacred journey that you're on. And because of that, I feel a lot of the Divine Feminine are just building an immense amount of spiritual strength and power. They know that even if they don't see it, something's got their back. They are protected. They can move forward. They can take on these obstacles. They can take on these tests. They can take on these triggers and these challenging times with their Divine Masculine, and just, you know, their whole life in general, and move forward. They're a warrior. They're a spiritual warrior that has all the tools needed to move through this. I'm a firm believer that we don't get given anything that we can't handle. And so understand that even if there are things that you're still unable to feel like you've gotten your justice from, or that you've closed off, you know, gotten your own closure or cut ties, you're going to get there. It's hard. It does feel like slow progress. Sometimes it might even feel like there's no progress at all. But if you stop and really look around at where you're at, just the fact that you got through whatever this was, even if this is just going into separation with your twin, the fact that you made it through that, now you're living through memories. And so this isn't reoccurring. You survived that, you know, you had the spiritual strength to get through that. And now as you balance the scales within, externally scales will be balancing, and you'll see more victorious, successful things that you can celebrate. And I feel that a lot of the Divine Feminine are starting to understand this with the way that they think about things. So we're going into the Divine Feminine's heart space, and we've got a kind of new beginning here. The Seven of Pentacles. So that's quite a bit of, Pentacles to me is quite grounding. So we've got two grounding energies so far in the Divine Feminine's heart space. So this is why I typically don't pull cards on camera, because it can take a while. But I was guided to just do it anyway this time. I'll take both of those. Okay. can't quite see it here, but I'll bring them up. So I feel that through understanding that this is a sacred journey, and you know, a lot has come through from this, a lot has been healed and transformed in this journey, and that the divine feminine do have immense strength. This is really allowing the divine feminine to bring in this new beginning, this new grounded foundation in order to step forward through. So I feel that this is allowing a lot of the divine feminine to transform the way that they think about things that they've experienced, whether it be in their past, like childhood, or with their divine masculine. They're able to see it as a new way forward in connecting with themselves and others, because they're no longer being as stuck in that heavy energy. Either, you know, whatever's happened might have made you feel like you weren't good enough, or nothing's fair, everything keeps going wrong, I'm not okay. And I feel that through this processing, through this going through this sacred journey, you're understanding that that's not the case. And so you're able to really look at everything that has been born because of the way that you've transformed the way you think. And this woman's holding a bunch of fruit because this lady has planted seeds. So even way back in childhood, when these things were occurring, whether you were aware of it or not, you were planting seeds. You wanted to get out of those situations. You wanted to transform those situations. And then throughout this twin flame connection, you've been doing the same. Each time you're triggered or your twin flame mirrors something within you, you're planting seeds because you want to make a difference. And I feel that the divine feminine are really picking that up now. They're understanding that these difficult periods that they've been through has actually given them a lot of harvest, a lot of nutrients, self-nurturing, a lot of just really grounding in everything that they've experienced. And as a result, I feel that this is filling a lot of the divine feminine's hearts with confidence. Like, no matter what happens, I can get through this. I've got this. I know who I am, and I'm determined to see this through. I'm determined to carry on through this sacred journey and do what I came here to do. And as a result, you're acting like a leader. You're embodying leadership energies because everyone around you is impacted by this, and you're allowing other people to walk away from a lot of what you've been walking away from as well, to allow this Seven of Pentacles to come through. I feel that a lot of the divine feminine maybe maybe have divine masculines who are expressing a bit of toxic energy at this time, and have done things that made them feel that they have had things happen to them that were unjustified from their divine masculine, and they're now realizing that despite this being a twin flame connection, there are certain things that you can walk away from. You don't have to stick around in that energy. You have everything you need to move forward in this connection and allow your divine masculine to take responsibility for their part and do their own healing as well, but also just things from the past. You're able to walk away from things that no longer serve you, especially emotionally, because you're really starting this firm foundation. You're starting from the ground up on what you really want in your life, and so that makes it easier to walk away from things that no longer serve you. And these two cards came out reversed. I've turned them around obviously, but I feel a lot of what the divine feminine are walking away from is feeling like this rock bottom, this heartbreak is never going to end, and that they're in it alone. They don't have cooperation from anyone. They're having this shattering kind of stabbing, excruciating experience, and they're all alone in it. But I feel that through this journey, through this sacred journey, they're realizing that they're more connected than they feel. They may not have the physical cooperation from their divine masculine. They may have family or friends that have really hurt them, really stuck swords into their backs, but they're realizing that they're still co-creating with not only the universe, but there's more out there. We're all connected and we're not alone in this. You know, whatever you're experiencing, even if the words you use to tell the story of what you're experiencing is unlike anyone else's story, or the words that they use, the core emotions, the core feelings, the core energy is still relatable. And you know, there's more people out there than you realize that are going through these similar things. And so a lot of the divine feminine with this Three of Cups may have also connected with these other people who have had similar experiences or see things in a similar way. Maybe you're connecting with other divine feminines who are supporting you through this process when you may not be in communication with your divine masculine. So we'll look into the 3D everyday physical energies. So we've got the Two of Wands here. So I really feel that a lot of the divine feminine are you know, as they embrace everything that they've been learning mentally and emotionally, learning to cherish and celebrate their milestones, even if they feel like they're only slowly moving forward. They understand that they've got this spiritual power within them to create these new beginnings and walk away from things that no longer serve them. They're now at a point where they really have to decide what they want to commit to, what they want to bring into their everyday lives. And I feel that this is really bringing in a type of an awakening for the divine feminine. This Judgment card was on the divine masculine side in the previous video. And, you know, the divine masculine really are going through quite an intense spiritual awakening this year, but especially at this time. And I feel that, you know, this is mirrored in the divine feminine. And so I feel that the divine feminine is realizing that they kind of need to get their priorities in order. Not that they've been in disorder, but what do they want to commit to? They're awakening to the fact that maybe there are some things that they need to let go of in order to move forward in the direction that they want to go in. And I feel that they're also realizing and waking up to the fact that there is a lot, again with the Ten of Swords and this heartbreak, there's a lot of deceitful, betrayful, I don't think that's a word, but you know, energies that they need to let go of, that they need to transmute. And so I feel like this is really happening for the divine feminine, and they're seeing this occur in their everyday lives. They're seeing that they are manifesting in people who don't bring them burdens. They, you know, they're able to let go of this burdensome energy of maybe worrying that everyone that comes on their path, or a lot of people that come on their path, are going to deceive them or take something from them. They're understanding now that, you know, they've got this inner ability, this inner knowledge through their clearing out of their past and understanding their connection with their divine masculine, that they have the discernment to know when this is coming in. And so I feel that they no longer feel the need to be as guarded and defensive on this journey. I feel that a lot of the divine feminine are able to let go of worrying and self-doubt, because they know that it's all going to work out in the long run. They know that as long as they're walking away from things that no longer serve them and move into a place of prosperity and abundance, that they're okay. They're also, you know, they have their armor. They have everything that they need. They don't need to be so on the lookout for things that could be wrong, or for them being wrong. And because of that, I feel that they're getting more clarity in their connection with not only their divine masculine, but their guides, their higher self, and other people as well. I feel that this is just allowing a lot of clearer energy and communication to come through as they learn this discernment that they really do have within themselves. So just these cards fell out, and I didn't feel that they kind of went with this 3D energy. So we've got the Magician, which is all about manifesting. It's about having all the tools that you need in order to create your reality. With the Five of Cups in reverse, this is about letting go of shame, regret, guilt, sorrow. So I feel that the Divine Feminine, ultimately, I feel that these cards are the ultimate energy, are manifesting in their ability to let go of, or at least find clarity in why these things occurred, because in all of this shame, guilt, sadness, sorrow, heartbreak, there's beautiful lessons, there's beautiful gifts within this, and I feel that the Divine Feminine are learning to transmute that in order to really continue to feel this connection with their Divine masculines, and understand that they don't need the typical lovers, you know, the Hollywood romance and the physical, in order for this to be a true and real connection. They still have these magical almost abilities to connect and have this deep and intimate connection, whether it be in the 3D, whether it be in your heart center, whether it be in the 5D. They know that, you know, this is all serving a greater purpose in order to get to this point. And so now I'm just going to pull a card for potential blockages for the Divine Feminine. So grounding and nurturing. Okay, so I feel a lot of the Divine Feminine who are going through this, a lot of them may be experiencing the epiphany or the aha moments that there's more to this, that they can get to this closure by themselves. But I also feel that a lot of the Divine Feminine may be spending too much time wondering how this all connects spiritually, if that makes sense. And so as you're moving through this healing, through this sacred journey and finding your own inner abilities and, you know, manifesting in this change that you want, ensure that you're grounding the whole way. Make sure that you're still in touch with the 3D plane. If you're spending too much time doing this spiritual healing, doing this connecting with your masculine or just your guides, your higher self, make sure that you ground yourself and have your feet firmly on the ground. So go for a walk. Maybe you do a meditating session, or maybe you you know, do a reading for yourself, or channeling of your own. Make sure that you ground afterwards and bring yourself back down, and make sure that you're nurturing yourself along the way. So if you're doing this healing, if you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, or creating your own justice through closing, getting your own closure, or healing through these past traumatic experiences, make sure that you're not just doing the healing and then finding the next thing to heal straight away. Make sure that you're spending time to nurture yourself. So go and do something you love. Go and have a bath, you know, with some beautiful scents. Go and just do something that really fills your cup, because if we're just jumping, continuously healing to try and, you know, get closer to our connection with our divine masculine, or get answers from the universe, we're still skipping this self-love part, which is really essential in this journey. We have to always ensure that we're filling our cups as well, so that we can continue to do this for others and continue to show up in this connection. And so now we're going to look at advice for the Divine Feminine. Alright. Okay, so we've got the fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. And so again, with this grounding, I'm feeling that a lot of Divine Feminine need to go out into nature, or bring nature into your home. So if you're a gardener, or if you just, you know, have things around you that are really beautiful, that are, you know, plants or whatever it is, make sure that you spend time in this world. So go out and get your feet in the dirt. Go and do some weeding if you have gardens, or go to a garden shop and find some kind of plant or living thing that you'd like to bring back to your home to nurture you. And having plants in our home really purifies our air. It really gets energies flowing, and so this is a really great thing to use as grounding as well. Be your true self, the grumpy red fairy. So through this, I feel that you know, as you go on this journey and you start healing these things, you start walking away from things that no longer serve you, this is allowing you to really get in tune with who you are. And I feel that this advice card is really just, you know, reconfirming that as you go along and you have these awakening moments and you cut out things that no longer serve you, to keep showing up as your authentic self, because this is changing the way that you interact with yourself and others, the universe. And so don't be afraid of that. Don't hide that from yourself or from those around you. It's really important to embrace who you are. And so through this healing, if there's things that you don't really like but you can't change, embrace that. Be yourself. Love yourself regardless. And as you be yourself, as you be your true self, others will follow. Others will be drawn to you who show up as their true selves as well. And so there's less of this hiding who we really are or where we've been and where we're going. And Sewer Mermaid, your sensuality is beautiful. So I feel this all goes in again with this grounding and nurturing along the sacred journey of just, you know, really getting in tune with yourself, really loving yourself. Don't cut off certain aspects of yourself just because you're going through this journey. Don't forget that you're a divine feminine. You're a beautiful, sensual, divine feminine. And you know, you have these energies for a reason. And so now might be the time to embrace that as you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, and you're grounding yourself in the here and now, and you're nurturing everything that you are and everything you bring to this world, and you're being your true self, understanding that your sensuality is beautiful, and whatever that sensuality is to you, because you know this can mean many things to different people, but just really embracing yourself, I guess, as your divine feminine self. So even if you're having mixed emotions along the way, and you know, you may be feeling like you're taking 5 steps forward and then 3 steps backwards, embrace that. It's still a part of your journey. And yeah, just I'm ultimately feeling that the sacred journey is the biggest message here, and understanding that this is all a part of releasing things that no longer serve us, releasing these heavy energies in order to feel this divine connection, not just with our divine masculine, but with everyone and everything along the sacred journey, and understanding that we all have these inner abilities to bring this out within ourselves. We don't need other people to give us the answers. Sometimes other people can see things that we can't. And so I'm not saying that watching videos or reading material is not worth it. I'm just saying that whatever you come up with, whatever is inspired within you or through your connection with your universe, that is more important and more valid than anything else. And so ultimately just nurture yourself and you know, look after yourself on the sacred journey. So yeah, I'm going to end this here and go on to the Divine Masculine reading, and I will see you all in that one if you choose to view it. Bye.